about that. Thank you. Okay, so the highest number of Africans in diaspora specific to the USA are mostly predominantly from Nigeria. So I'd also like to say that foreign direct investments from the US, Nigeria happens to be one of the major beneficiaries. Nigeria happens to be one of US biggest trading partners in Africa. And then I'd also like to say that in the last 5 years, excluding Egypt, excluding South Africa, Nigeria came second next to Egypt, South Africa, and Kenya in terms of US investment. So what do we do at the Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce? The Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce is synonymous with facilitating trade services, trade itself, investments, and commerce between Nigeria and the United States of America. In essence, what do I mean? Businesses who are seeking to invest in Nigeria, businesses who are seeking to explore Nigeria as a trading option or destination are able to come through the chamber. The chamber serves as this bridge to do your market analysis, do your market research, get you the network of contacts, to name a few, as well as businesses who are looking to explore the US. Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce stands as that bridge. Now, like the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce does, I mean, this Minority Suppliers Program is targeted to minority businesses, it's targeted to women, and of course, it's targeted to small, medium enterprises. Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce also, works to serve women-owned businesses and organizations, minority businesses, so to speak, and small, medium enterprises. Further, I would like to state that looking at the Nigerian-American Business of Commerce, Chamber of Commerce, we're able to achieve our goals and objectives through 3 tiers. So tier 1 is by networking, where we organize events, just like the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce is organizing. We organize networking events for major organizations in Nigeria and the US. Organizations from the US participate. The second tier is advocacy. So advocacy is more like being a voice. Like Ayana is on the board of the World Trade Center in Delaware. So we are like a voice, we advocate for policies. Only recently, I was at a meeting where the governor of Lagos State happens to be the state with the highest internally generated revenue in Nigeria, the state with the highest, the biggest economy in Nigeria, and so to speak, the largest GDP in Nigeria. So I was in a meeting with the governor alongside a few other people, and I spoke extensively about what the chamber is doing and the collaborations that are ongoing. I also made reference to the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce and what we're trying to do together. And the governor said to me, the governor of Lagos, in quotes, tell them we're more than happy to meet them. If they ever come to Nigeria, they seek to explore opportunities, we're happy. And if there are opportunities to be explored in Delaware, Lagos State is more than happy to explore some of these opportunities. I'm still speaking to some of the services that we offer. I did mention that we offer networking services, advocacy. Speaking to advocacy, we advocate for the right policies for businesses to thrive both in Nigeria and in the US. And then we offer some of these services as true trade services. Trade services has to do with trade missions. So for trade missions, we go with investors and people who are willing to invest in the US. We were at the Select USA Summit recently in the month of May, where we went with a delegation, so to speak, from Nigeria. These are people who are seeking to invest in some sectors, be it real estate, be it agriculture, be it hospitality and tourism, to name a few. So we travel with all of these people to the US, and then they explore these opportunities. And then again, people in the US who are seeking to explore opportunities in Nigeria, that's by inbound trade mission coming from the US to Nigeria, and outbound trade mission going from Nigeria to the US. Other services the chamber offers includes, research analysis, market entry services, as well as registration of businesses. I would also like to go further in stating that just like we have collaborations with the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, which I'm looking to see that this becomes something really big in near future, we're also collaborating with several other organizations in the US. So we're not just limited to Nigeria. So I'm sure we're familiar with the Center for International Enterprise. Center for International Enterprise happens to be an organization we're building partnerships with. We've featured on a couple of projects they've put together. That shows that, as far as chambers of commerce in Africa is concerned, Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce stands as one of the leads. I would also like to add that we are the oldest bilateral chamber in West Africa. So we're established in 1960. The relationship between the United States and Nigeria dates as far back as 1960, and the chamber was formed in 1960, so we're more than 60 years old. In essence, while I'm moving gradually to summarizing my presentation, I would like to say that we look forward to exploring opportunities in Delaware. I'm more than happy to market and sell the state of Delaware to Nigerians who are seeking to invest in the US. Only recently, I was researching extensively about Delaware, and I found out that, it's referred to as a tax haven. I found out that the tax rebates processes in Delaware is very friendly. I also found out that it's easy, very easy to set up businesses in Delaware from, other countries, other states, other continents. The protocol for registrations are done in less than 72 hours. That's if I got the facts correctly and right. And then I realized that Delaware is also home to some of the fastest growing technology giants, whether you're talking about Amazon, you're talking about Elon Musk, Tesla, to name a few of them. I've seen so many, leading organizations that are situated in Delaware. So this partnership between Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce, which is bilateral, and Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce is one which would be very beneficial to us. And indeed, I'm looking forward, like I did say, to the dividends of this partnership. To everyone on this call, listening to me virtually and listening to me in person at the venue right now, we're open to working with you, would like to explore business opportunities with you through the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. And of course, we're planning a trade mission to the US next year. That's in 2023. And Delaware happens to be one of the main states we'll be visiting specifically to meet with Ms. Khan and of course, explore so many other business opportunities. Prior to the trade mission that we'll be having in 2023, we'll be organizing virtual sessions. That's between Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce and Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. We'll be more than happy to have members on this call join us physically, not physically. The members who are physically on this call would like to have you all join us virtually. The members who are also on this call virtually would like to have you all join us when we begin to organize these seminars, these virtual conferences between the Chamber and Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. Now, let me conclude by saying this. So when we think about Africa, I'm sure a lot of you have never been to Africa. Now, Africa is a growing economy. Africa is an emerging economy, just like you see, India, a lot of other countries in Asia, the Middle East. Africa is growing really fast. We're seeing so many countries in the West, I don't want to pinpoint, scrambling to invest in Africa, scrambling to work with Africans. But it's gone beyond just scrambling to work with Africans. It's gone beyond trying to give Africa aid. There's lots of people in Africa too who are seeking to invest in the US. So if you go through the US Nigeria, US Africa investments, you'd see that majority of the multinationals in Nigeria, majority of some of the multinational organizations in Nigeria, some of the corporates and companies, some of the entities here are investing in states in the US, especially in the real estate sector and in the agricultural sector. So it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way strip. It's a win-win situation. We're looking forward to working with the state of Delaware through the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. And we're more than happy to welcome each and every one of you who would be looking forward to exploring opportunities here in Nigeria. My email address is WOFAI. I'll make that available on the chat box. That's wofai.samuel@Nigerian-American-Chamber.org. I'm also on LinkedIn. You could easily connect with me on LinkedIn. Our website is www.Nigerian-American-Chamber.org. I'll make all of that available on the chat box. I look forward to furthering the conversation with each and every one of you. Ms. Khan, thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for having our platform on board. And like I did mention, words are just not enough to express the depth of our gratitude. I can't wait to see this relationship metamorphose into something very positive. My name is Wofai. Once again, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that was record time. Amazing. Any questions for Wofai?
Hello, Wofai. We'll probably first of all, thank you for your amazing presentation. Can you see us? Or you can hear us?
I can see you and I can hear you. Thank you. I can see you and I can hear you. Yes,
wonderful.
Thank you.
Right. So you may have to repeat that email address again because you went through it so fast. We thought Susan was fast, but you went speed of light. So
Thank you.
could you give us that email address again?
Okay, so my email address is W
Yes.
like whoa.
Yes.
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 O like orange.
Yes.
F like fan.
Yes. Yes.
A like apple.
Yes.
I like Indiana.
Yes.
So WOFAI, that's Wofai, .Samuel.
Yes.
Samuel is an English word. Yeah, so .Samuel at Nigerian-American-Chamber.org. I'll put that in the chat box very quickly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm also on LinkedIn, like I mentioned. I'll be happy to connect with each and every one of you via LinkedIn. Thank you.
Okay, great. So the next, Nigerian-American Chamber. Next question. So Wofai, you're speaking to small businesses. We're not multinationals. So tell us, how can you partner with us? What is the opportunity for a small business to work with you or partner with you?
Thank you very much, ma'am. So I did mention in the start of the conversation that our entity, that's the Nigerian-American Chamber of Commerce, caters predominantly to small, medium enterprises. So the basic reason why I keep talking about investments is people who have been able to leave Nigeria to the shores of the US via our chamber were looking to invest in businesses in the US. They were not specifically small businesses per se. So in terms of small businesses, what are the services that are being offered by these small businesses? We have organizations in Nigeria who could be seeking to employ and, of course, what's the word now? Adopt the services that these small businesses offer. So if your business is offering a particular service, let's say a particular service in printing or manufacturing. So I was talking with a manufacturer today. We're more than happy to engage on these services, provided it measures up or it meets up with the needs and the requirements of the businesses in Nigeria that are seeking these services. The other way that we can work with SMEs are, so for specific to you, for instance, what you do, we have our database. Somebody spoke extensively about constant contact, and I was just smiling when Ms. Khan was alluding to all she said. So we also have our database. Hopefully, Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce would start receiving our emails from next week. We're working on that. So we have our database of contact. We could easily market your business. We could easily sell your products and services, what you do, to our database of contacts of over 15,000. So we have over 15,000 active businesses in Nigeria who are on our database. Now, I did mention to Ms. Khan that one of the ways we could partner with you, for instance, a lot of you, like I did mention, might not have visited Africa ever, talk more of visiting Nigeria, but you're interfacing with me on the Zoom call and you're listening attentively to the things I'm talking about. More or less, if I come to the US, it gives you a different perception about me. It gives you, that leeway to want to work with me. Like, okay, she's spoken about Nigeria highly. She's spoken about Lagos State. She's met with the governor of Lagos State. What can we do together? So you can never underestimate the power of exposure. You can never underestimate the power of publicity, the power that the platform gives you. So if we're organizing some of these virtual events together with the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce, you who's a small business in US could also feature as a speaker. We could allot you 5-10 minutes to sell your products, sell your goods and services to the Nigerian audience. And who knows, you might be able to get 1 to 5 people who would be interested in what you do. So in summary, to respond to your question very directly, one of the ways to support small businesses are, partnering with them for these conferences, virtual engagements, and showcasing the services that they have and what they do. And then promoting the services to our database of contacts of over 10,000 to almost 15,000 network of contacts that are active, mostly SMEs, and then multinational organization, multinational enterprises. And then the other way we could partner with small, medium enterprises are for these businesses. If you let us know exactly what you're doing, we're more than happy to forward your profiles to our organizations, our members, businesses around our chain of network. So I do hope that I've been able to answer your question exhaustively. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Any more questions? No? Awesome. Thank you, Wofai. We will stay in contact and circle back for the new year.